Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's Simon down here at Perfect Golf Lab. Crank driver time. I haven't done a long drive vlog for a while, so I obviously wanted to hopefully hit some PBs today, show you what I've been working on, talk about what I'm working on, the plan over the next couple of months, and then obviously my first tournament, and what numbers I should be posting. And obviously this year is going to be more experience than anything else, but I'd like to still be somewhat mid-table when I go to these, and obviously achieving 190 plus 200 ball speed is obviously needed on the day, and hitting the grid as well. Currently weighing about 96 kilos, so I'm probably about 10 kilos heavier than when I first started. This is probably about 7 months ago, but I want to push that as well. Flexibility's got better. Been doing loads of stuff in the gym, stretching morning and night, and that's definitely helped in terms of solving muscle soreness, because a lot of you talk to me about going to the gym and playing golf. Stretching definitely helps, especially using like a foam roller. That's incredibly important. And then also for the last couple of weeks I've been doing a lot of swing training, but without a golf ball whatsoever. So swinging the golf club as fast as I possibly can, as well as using the super speed sticks, but without a golf ball, because when you put a golf ball there, you're more concerned with finding the middle, and a lot of the times we compromise speed by either like casting or getting into it, or early extension, or standing out of the swing, or whatever it is your compromise might be to make sure you hit the middle of the golf club. Therefore obviously the ball goes further. But you need to make sure you swing as fast as you possibly can, as well as swinging faster. And I need to build more club head speed. I just don't feel like I'm swinging it fast enough. And doing a lot of these sets, not only do you not have to obviously worry about the golf ball, so you're not having to like load the ball all the time, it means that you've got smaller rest periods between swings, which again is only going to help in terms of developing endurance and hitting the golf ball further as well. I had a session last week. I wanted to do a video on this, but I hit it awfully, and I didn't break any PBs. However, I've had a rest in the weekend, haven't done any gym stuff. I'm feeling actually really good at the moment. I feel like I'm strong, I feel like I'm awake, I feel like I'm ready, and if there's a time that I'm going to post some PBs, which is at the moment 380 total, and 190.6 ball speed, and I've broken the ball speed before, but not on camera. So hopefully I'm going to be able to do both, and hopefully get road to 400. Obviously that's the goal, consistent 400 yard drives on the GC2. It doesn't measure club head speed, but it does measure ball speed, and realistically ball speed is all that matters, because if you hang out in the middle, then it's going to kind of be close in terms of equating to a club head speed. But yeah, that is basically the update. As I say, I'm going to whack the camera down, I'm going to warm up, I'm going to hit some balls, and talk to you about what I've been learning. A lot of you have been messaging me about long drive, and it's actually incredible to me how many people in the UK are actually interested in long drive, but there's not much for us out there. So I think potentially in the future organising just relaxed social gatherings to people that want to do long drive, or just want to come and hit golf balls, or whatever it is, finding a venue, having a group of us just turn up, whether we put a bit of prize money in there or not, keep it relaxed, but also exchange. I think that's the only thing I miss. I haven't really met another long driver. I haven't hit balls with another long driver. I haven't swapped notes with another long driver, and obviously that'd be quite good. So leave a comment below if you're interested in that kind of stuff, and hopefully we can get something together. Crank 4 degree XXX stiff shaft, for anyone knowing, 48 inches, which is the maximum length you can possibly have. Let's get warmed up, let's hit some balls. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Simon. Subscribe. Let's go. Always good to look back at how you have progressed, and obviously the great thing about obviously me having a YouTube series on my long drive journey is I can look back at where I started. And so when you get frustrated, especially in golf, because it's not an easy sport, it's very easy to get down on yourself when the results are not going as you plan. You feel like you deserve it because you're putting all this work and effort in it. One week you're great, and then the next it's just diabolical. It's like you haven't even practiced. So it's always good to look back, and I look back at these clips now from 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and then obviously all the way up to I'm about 32nd week now, and it's easy to see the progression, which is great. And obviously it gives you the motivation to keep on going, because we've got a long way to go. There's a lot of stuff to do to obviously get better. However, from the start, where I started in November in 2018 to now, there's a noticeable difference. And throughout this vlog, the consistency is definitely up, and some of the results are good. Not as good as I was hoping. And I think that's why looking back at where you were to where you are now is always key. Just to say that motivation is high, and obviously you can keep on track. So I hit a few shots with the Callaway Epic Flash, just standard length driver just to warm up. Getting warmed up in this game is key, obviously to prevent injury. But also, you can never, I find, especially with my long driver, 48 inches, 4 degree, I can never go straight out the gates and give it 110%. It just doesn't work like that. And I'm finding in my routines to obviously warm up is crucial to basically maximize my best golf shots. So I'll quickly show you the website, because a few of you asked me how do you find events and everything else. There's a few events basically that you need to look out for. European Long Drive Games, which has been set up this year, I think is probably the best in terms of giving you a variety of tournaments. And there's also German Long Drive. They basically coordinate with each other, so different weeks, basically different events. From what I've seen, it's about £300 or €300 to enter if you want to do the professional and obviously be eligible for the prize money, or you can get membership. I think you have to do that at the start of the year. So my game plan is to potentially look at the event at the end of August, and I think that's in Mallorca in Spain. And that's the idea. That's the game plan. Get to a point where I'm consistently hitting the ball at a reasonable high ball speed and also finding the grid. And even though I didn't necessarily smash my PB today, my consistency in terms of hitting drives was definitely up there. So as I said at the start, I've been working a lot on club head speed, just trying to purely just go after it. Without a golf ball, how fast can I swing it? I'm going to be looking at getting a monitor that just measures club head speed. So obviously GC2 just does ball speed. I want to get one that just does club head speed. So again, I can write down, look at my results week on week, month on month. Is my club head speed increasing? Because at the end of the day, physics is physics. If the ball comes off the face faster, you're going to be hitting longer drives. It's not always the case, because obviously when it comes down to long drive, you need to make sure your launch is good, your spin rate's good. When you're playing competition golf, obviously at different places, wind direction is going to be a big thing. How big's the grid? All these things are going to definitely take place and obviously make it a lot harder, or a lot easier to find the grid, and that's going to come down to experience. So the one thing I found in this session is hitting up on the golf ball a lot. I really tried to get my launch angle up to in this session, trying to get to like 16 degrees, 14 degrees, because I've been hitting some high ball speeds, which is great, but it's just too low. And unfortunately, carry is key. Trying to get that ball up in the air, especially with this low lofted drive and how stiff it is a challenge. And trying to do that without breaking your back is also crucial. So my PB at the moment is 380. But it didn't actually hit the grid. If you watch that video, it actually finished the left of the grid, so potentially that doesn't even count. And I not only got up to 380 in this video, but I did it occasionally a couple of times, and all these drives here in the row. So even though I was a bit gutted, I'm not breaking the 190 ball speed, and a bit gutted that I haven't hit a 400-yard drive yet. In terms of consistency of hitting some stock shots down the fairway, it was obviously a lot higher, and that's encouraging. Obviously, this wouldn't win a tournament, but at the same time, making sure that you can stand on the grid and hit one down the fairway, or at least out of the first two, I think that's key. Just getting at least something down there, something on the board, and then obviously being able to open up. And hopefully these would just be my openers. I mean, I'm giving it flat out. I'm giving it the kitchen sink here. But hopefully in a year's time, next year, these are going to be my stock shots, and then 400 yards. Now, I was looking at the ball speed. 187 was getting me up to about 370, 380. So 195 is going to be the key, basically, to get me up to the 400-yard drives. And I don't think that's not that far off. Mainly because, I'm not going to lie to you, there's so much more effort and time that I could be putting into this. When I was training to do my PGA degree, I was doing 40 to 50 hours a week just to get my handicap down to 3. So I know how much time this game takes, and I know the efforts and level you have to put into it. Now, obviously, with coaching, shot work, there's a nice snap hook. I didn't want to put all good ones in there. Everything else, I'm probably committing about 10 to 15 hours a week into my long drive practice. And it just means the more my YouTube series takes off, my coaching takes off, and everything else, the more time I can devote to this, gym work, training methods, experience, it's going to get better. So I feel like I've only scratched the surface. I know I'm 6 months in now, but but we've seen obviously a good development from the start to now, and I do feel like it's only the beginning, and it means that to compete, especially in Europe, I mean 195 200-mile-an-hour ball speed is pretty much a must, but I don't think I'm going to be that far off, and hopefully with a bit of development over the next year or so we'll definitely be getting up there. And I'm in a good situation with obviously the room that we have here at Burford. I love the fact that my channel is doing really well. It's highly motivating me, and it's given, I feel like, different content, and hopefully the journey when I get to go and vlog these trips to Germany, out in Spain and across Europe. There's 381, so there's the PB. It's going to be really exciting. So guys, I do hope that you're enjoying the channel and obviously enjoying the journey. If you have got any questions, whether it's long drive or just normal golf, then obviously do leave them in the comments below. But yeah, overall happy with where it is at the moment. Consistency is definitely going up. All we got to do is start eating more, gymming more, swinging more, and hopefully we'll be able to set that 400-yard mark in not too far away in the future anyway. Right guys, very small PB. Ball speed was lower than normal, but more consistent I feel, and obviously something to work on, trying to hit up on that ball as much as possibly can. As I say, it's going to be small steps moving forward, but I feel good. Got to keep feeling strong, eating more, getting faster, but we're definitely getting there. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching. As always, leave this video a like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new. See you guys there.